What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're installing the Fox Factory Race Series Gen 2 2.0 IFP front bump stops. These things are monsters. So let's jump right into it. So today is one of those days where my dad doesn't want to do anything and I'm forcing him to help me. Hey, his shirt says I'm a carpenter. I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. We're not done. So this is the IFP bump stop from Fox. And basically, it goes in instead of your bump stop, your rubber bump stop in the front. So these are a little pricey, and I know there's other options out there. There's a TerraFlex, but the issue is they are not hydraulic bump stops. If you are looking to get the TerraFlex ones, inside of the cylinder is nothing but the same exact foam that you have for your factory bump stop. Even though it says hydraulic something technology on there, whatever in their description, but this is a true hydraulic bump stop. And again, I can't tell you how many guys I've seen already buy the TerraFlex ones because they're a lot cheaper and pretty much install something that looks like this but is foam inside of it. And if you look it up, there's YouTube videos as well that show you what's inside some of these bump stops. There are some bump stops that claim to be hydraulic as well that are made in China and are a lot cheaper. They're not rebuildable, they're not serviceable. With Fox, at least you know you can have them rebuilt. If you are going to spend the money and spend all this time taking everything out of here, taking out the springs, cutting your bump stop tube and all that stuff, get the real deal. So in the box you get 2 bump stops, you get your instructions and some decals, and then you also get a little wrench tool for your lock rings. This is kind of nice. You don't necessarily have to bang a screwdriver up against that. We are, however, going to have to cut the bump stop tubes. So once we do this, unless if you want to ever go back to your normal setup, you would have to weld your the rest of the bump stop tube on there, and that's about it. So my dad suggested we use this for a bump stop. All right, let's get the wheels off. Wheels are off. Connect the sway bar and the shock. We'll see if we can drop it just enough to get the spring out without going into anything further. And then also this bracket right here needs to be disconnected because this is under a little bit of tension. And make sure you disconnect your axle connection here, the power to your axle, so that that's free, and also disconnect the locker. The same plug on the locker on the other side needs to be disconnected so you don't break this connection right here. So when you're doing this, make sure you put your jack stands a little bit closer towards yourself so this doesn't happen. Put all the tires in the back. Oh wait, no, sit in the back. I'll get the spring out. All right, so the easiest and quickest way to get the spring out without going crazy overboard, like I said, disconnect the lines, disconnect your axle, disconnect your plug on the locker, and then disconnect the sway bar links, shock. And I'm basically just using one of these cheap jacks up against the axle to push the actual axle down. So those bushings can take this little bit of whatever on there. So next what we're going to do is we're going to, from this slip right here, we're going to mark 2.75 inches up top here, and we're gonna wanna make sure that this cut is absolutely straight. The whole ring of the bump stop sits up against the pipe on the lip, so we wanna make sure that we get that cut straight. You can use a death wheel, or you can just use a Sawzall with a metal bit. If you're a little bit off, not a big deal. You can flatten it out with a flap disc. So we're gonna go ahead and get this cut right now so we could put our bump stop in. So the other side is in. Now we're gonna try to go to full bump. We do have to connect the shock real quick. All right, so we got the shock, the bolt through the shock loop, and now we're gonna go up. All right, so we did measure this guy right here right now, and we also looked at how much we have left on the shock itself. Everything else clears nicely. My main concern was not bottoming out on the shock. We have, what do we have here? An inch and a half. Inch and a quarter here, and then an inch and a half here. So once this is at full bump and it's maxed out, we're still gonna have a quarter of an inch on the shock. From the lip right here of the bump stop tube to the bottom of the bump stop case right here should be an inch and 3/4. We are all good. I think we can drop the axle back down, put our springs back in, and put everything back together. And this is actually a lot more simple to do it this way, I feel like, than loosening up the arms and the links and drag bars and all that stuff. And, like, honestly, this took what? How long did this take? 45 minutes? Want a beer? All right, so now we're gonna hook everything back up, put these guys back into place, hook up the axle. There you guys have it. It is done. My old man is definitely grumpy today. He left the doorstop on my hood, got in his van and left. He wouldn't even have a beer. So one of the reasons why hydraulic bump stops are the way to go is because they do help absorb those high impact jolts to your axle and even overall feel of the Jeep when you are on the dunes or you're actually hitting some of the trails a little harder. If you guys ever bottomed out and hit your bump stops, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That nice surprise when you feel like your axle might have bent. This is gonna help prevent that. So the next step is to test these out, and we'll be doing that at the Silver Lake Sand Dunes, June 4th through 6th at the Silver Lake Jeep Invasion. So if you wanna say hi in person, look for the Jeep with shiny new bump stops on it. So if you guys liked the video, make sure you hit the like button, smash that subscribe button with a notification bell to find out when I post new videos, and also check out my Instagram for up-to-date build updates. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.